Hey guys,
Hey, Tanya.
how are you?
Good. Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Oh, my
Super, super great. Hi, everybody.
glasses are dirty.
Hi, Shona. Hi, Jenna, Lynn.
Let's see if I can see now.
I think I'm constantly cleaning my glasses throughout
Yeah,
the day.
it's
It's
good here.
nonstop.
I can see a mile away, but I can't see 2 inches in front of me. That's the problem.
Right, me too. Me too.
Uh, is
We'll
it?
just give this like one more minute for everyone to hop on here and then we'll just get going.
Does it look like fuzzy? Tanya, do we look fuzzy?
Who's saying do you look fuzzy?
I know
It's
we're
like
looking at
You
ourselves.
kind of look fuzzy. You do like, I don't know if it's the lighting
have
or
a
is it maybe your
filter.
camera on your computer?
Maybe that light. Let me.
No,
Oh,
let's see
could be
here.
that. Yeah. Yep. Much better.
That's much better. You guys are getting dirty over there with a laptop.
Uh,
Yeah, now it's much clearer.
There we
It's
go.
almost like I put my glasses on.
No, I should have left the filter on, but we take really good product in Radiance, so we have to show our face.
Yeah, right. That radiance is blowing my mind over here.
it's crazy. These
Ooh,
these new testimonies we're seeing are crazy.
aren't they? Like I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. All right, we are straight up 4 o'clock. We'll just let everybody else come on as we go
Yep.
here and just get this recorded for everyone. Guys, I'm super excited to be here. My name's Tanya Evans, and I'm a partner with LifeWise, and so excited to be able to share some of our tips and tricks for training. We really want everyone to get off on the right start and to be able to have the simple little tools that I've been blessed to have over my career, that I've compiled, that I've used for my teams over the years to be able to have the success that they've had. And I'm so excited, especially to be able to incorporate all of that with Greg Adelman, Greg and Sylvia. They're here. They are our master partners with LifeWise. They are the head honchos and the ones that really know everything that we need to know when it comes to this company and how it works. And so we have decided to take what I know and what I've learned and what I've incorporated, which is so identical, crazy enough, how that all lines up, right? To what it is that they teach and have taught for their years and what they inspire to give all of us here at LifeWise to build a solid, simple, keeping it simple business. So I just want to start real quickly with the 3 daily steps that I've taught for years. These are simple, and guys, sometimes we overcomplicate it, but I promise you, if you'll just follow these very simple steps every single day, that you will have the success that you're looking for. It doesn't take much. It just takes consistency. And I treat it like this. I pretend like every morning when I wake up, I just do it like clockwork now. I don't even think about it. It's my little checklist for my job, and I don't go to bed until my checklist is done. And when you do the checklist every day, it builds up and builds up over time. And then you have this incredible flow that keeps on coming in and coming at you. And so that's what it requires of these simple steps. So the 3 daily steps that I teach are basically in reference to social media. You can apply this in real life as well. But you want to make 2 to 3 posts every day. You want to make them personalized. You want to make them about your story. You want them about your results that you're getting. You do not want them to look like an ad for a product. I don't ever post products. If I do post a product, it's a strip on my tongue. It's attraction marketing at its finest. I never talk about the company, really. I never talk about what the product is called, and I leave that curiosity out there so it draws people in. What is that? What are you doing? What does that look like? So if you will keep your 2 to 3 posts, I always do one personal, and I do one business, and I do one, well, it just depends. It kind of depends on what's going on, but I always try to make 2 to 3 posts every day, keep them about my story and about attraction marketing. That's step number 1. Step number 2 is invite 25 to 50 people every day to our marketing page, our Green Craze page. That is where I make sure that you get customers. That's where we have huge volume in there. We've got almost 34,000 people in there right now, and that speaks. So when people come in there, they see what's going on. Anybody that you invite to that page gets referred back to you always. That's just how I operate that page with the utmost integrity, and I've always done that. And so that's your second step, is inviting people every single day to the page. Just go to the little invite button and click invite, and invite them to come on over and take a look. Then tag them in a post. Say, hey, look at look at this, take a look at this, what's on there. Whenever you comment or tag someone in a post on that page, the algorithms operate differently, and you are able to maximize your post, because it pushes into all the friends feeds that you've added on that page. It's far more beneficial than just posting on your Facebook because of algorithms. Groups operate a little differently. So make sure you're either commenting or posting your own testimony and inviting friends there every day. That's step number 2 for your daily. Step number 3 is 3-way chats. This one is probably one of the most important things that you can ever do, because it's about third-party credibility. It's about introducing someone else other than you, because we are strange creatures and we like to hear it from somebody else instead of your friend or your family member. It's just that weird thing. And you can do it with me or your sponsor and just say, hey, this is my friend or my partner. I don't want to be your coach. I don't be your upline. I don't want to be the black diamond. I just want to be, this is my friend Tanya, and you just got to hear her story. That's your 3-way chat. Put them in a 3-way chat or a call or a text. Those are your daily 3 steps. Is that simple? Say yes. Super, super simple. Okay. If you do that consistently, you will have an incredible amount of success just by following those basic steps. If you have any questions on those, let me know. The next ones are our daily 10, and these kind of line up with our 222 that Greg's going to touch on. But basically, you want to send 10 new friend requests every day. You know how Facebook gives you suggestions for friends. Send 10 new friends requests, or go to a friend that you know and send a request to some of their friends. That's just building your audience. That's just exposing yourself. And over time, as you do that every day, you're going to get more eyes on your page. Also be very aware of what you're putting on your page. Stay positive, do you, right? Like, we have troubles, we go through things, but try your very best to recognize you're running a business, and that page represents who you are in this business. So, but send 10 new friend requests, comment on, do you ever wonder where all your friends went? Like, why don't I see these people's posts anymore? Where are they at? Go find 10 friends every day that you haven't seen in a while, and go make a genuine comment on their posts. Really engage. This business is about building relationships, 100% relationships. So engage yourself in caring about others and recognizing, what they're going through. And what that also will do is automatically pull them back into your timeline so that they start seeing your posts. You want to make 10 messages, and your messages that you want to send to friends are really, how are you messages? Not, hey, I got something you got to check out. Those are good too, depending upon the person. But just, hey, how are you? And what's up with your life? And haven't seen you in forever. Just 10 different messages every day. Follow up with 10. Well, we're going to go into that. But the other one is asking for 10 referrals. Referrals are one of the most awesome things that you can do with your business. If you have a customer who's loving a product, but they're not in the business, you can reach out to them and say, hey, Jan, I know that you are loving the radiance. I see what it's done for you, and you're such a faithful customer. Would you mind sharing my business on your page? Or would you mind referring me to some friends who you think would be interested in that product as well? So seeking referrals from your already existing customers is a great place, or asking people to post for you and tag you. Say, hey, my friend, Jenna, she's got this incredible skincare stuff. You got to see it. And then ask them to post a picture for you. And all those people can then become your customers. But what I always do is I go back to them and say, hey, you see all those people who just responded? How would you like them to be your customers? And let's get you started with this business. So those are my daily 3 and my daily 10. And then we're going to lead right into the 222, which I love so much, and the 444. And that's what Greg's going to do.
Well, everything you're talking about, Tanya, is exactly duplicatable, exactly what people should be doing if they want growth, if they want exposure, right? Because you can only do so much by yourself. And if you start to share things with other friends and family and they start to post, that's how you generate a lot of people seeing your product. The main thing we want to do also on our products is we definitely, on no matter what post, we just don't want to make any type of claims, guys, because that's an FTC light bulb that goes off and they just love to nail you on claims. So we can talk about relief of pain and we can talk about all that stuff, but we just don't want to make a medical claim. Just stay as far away from that as you can. So when we talk about the 222, I've been doing this with Rob forever, and we built massive businesses on the 222 because we want to contact 2 people every day. That's real simple. We want to get them 2 samples, and then we want to do a follow-up with both of them. So it's real simple why we call it 222. Everything's in the pair of 2s. So if I talk to 2 people a day, me and my wife were out to dinner for our anniversary the other night. The waitress was talking about her back issues or sleep issues, right? Yeah, it was sleep issues. And she led right into my 222 because not only did I give her some sleep, but I gave her some lift, because guess what? When you're a waitress and you're working those type of hours, you need some energy, right? So the first thing we do is we give them the product to sample. So we talk to them, we sample the product, but the fortune's in the follow-up. You can give out 50 samples, but if you don't follow up with anybody, you just gave away 50 samples out of your pocket and you're going to have no return on it. People don't call you back. I have found that out. But what I do is I call them back and I don't pressure them. Did you love it? Did you like it? I usually call them and the first thing I say is, hey, Tanya, I know I gave you some lift the other day. Give me your thoughts. What do you think about it? Did it taste good? Did you feel good during the day? I don't want to hear that, did you like it and do you want to buy it? Because then you're throwing up on somebody. And the last thing you want to do is throw up on anybody, because then they think they're going to be in one of those things, and that's what we don't want to do. So the 222 is real simple. Reach out to 2 people a day, and they could be strangers, because you can sit in the grocery line and people complain. You can go anywhere and people are complaining about life because inflation today is killing people. Prices are killing people. We've got the opportunity to not only help them in that aspect, but we can talk to them about their neck pain, their back pain, all the sleeping issues, clarity for fog and all that stuff. And then we ask them, would you love some samples? And they all say yes. But if you don't follow up, I'm going to say 50% of the time, they put those samples in their car or on their counter and they never use them because we didn't follow up, because they either forgot about it or everyday life took over. So when you follow up, then they're going to be on and say, oh, Greg, I'm sorry. You know what? I put them in my countertop and I forgot, but I'm going to take them tonight for sure. And I'm going to say, awesome. Can I follow up with you tomorrow? That's how you have them try the product. We want the reaction is what we want. We want to know if it helped them. And then we can talk about becoming a customer. Then we can talk about becoming a partner. Are you looking for some income? Do you need some extra income to help out around the house? So the 222 is based around that simplicity, and it has nothing to do with pressurizing anybody or sales. It is a tactic that has been used forever in the industry. Tanya puts 10, talks about Facebook friending 10 people a day. I was taught that a long time ago, because who you friend and they friend can open up a whole new avenue of people that you would have never met. And a perfect example, I'll give you this example real quick before I go into the Power of 4. We want to make this short for you. We've known Mike Bell for, 7, 8, 9 years. Mike's always been one of our favorites. Has nothing to do with the industry. We would stay in touch just because we were friends. We really cared about each other's families. We cared about everyday life, and we would talk. And when LifeWise was born, he reached out to me and said, I want to do this because you're doing it. You're my friend. He never bought anything, never did nothing. And about 3 months ago, he reached out and said, I've been watching for 8 months. I really need this. I really want to do this. And he went all in, and he started to share some product. And he called me and said, listen, I've got a gentleman named Neil Belleville. He really doesn't sleep at night. He needs our product. Would you mind? Because he goes, I don't have any sleep. Would you mind sending him some? I put it in the mail the next day, Neil had it. And within days, Neil was blown away by what it was doing for him. Now Neil was questioning the business side because he'd already been in the industry a long time. And now he knew there was a way to make money. So you see how all that works? If me and Mike Bell stopped being friends outside of network marketing, he may have never reached out to me. He said, maybe Greg's just doing another one. I'm not interested. But it was the culture that we put together as friends, not business partners, that kept that alive for years and years and years. So that's part of the 222 that, cultivating, how's your wife doing? How's your family? How's your kids doing? I heard you have one in college now. It's not just about the business or just about the product. You've got to cultivate that friendship and be sincere about that friendship. So when we go to the power of four, the reason we teach this, and we've taught it for a long time, it's the most simple way for the average everyday person to come in and not go, oh my gosh, I can't recruit 20 left and 20 right. That's been taught forever in the binary system. 40 people is a lot, no matter how you look at it, whether you're a superstar or first time in this business. 40 people is a lot to put in the business. Now, obviously, we've got people that have put in hundreds, and we've got people that have put in one or two, and we've got a lot of people that put in none. That's okay, because when we teach the power of four, we're making it very duplicatable for everybody. And especially when you watch me on Thursday night, when I get to the power of four, we're looking for 4 people to lock arms with that said yes to you, that said, yes, I want to build a business. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Yes, I'm looking for some extra money. So the first thing they ask you is, how are you doing it? Well, simply put, I'm on lead and I'm on a sampler pack. Those are the 2 things that I go on right away. If I hadn't bought a kit yet, because when I get to gold, I want those gold pools. But at that point, I want them to duplicate what I'm doing, because that will give them the most chance to make income within their first week, 2 weeks, and 3 weeks. So we set them up on that. And then the first thing I tell them is, when you get your 4 people, or you get 1 or 2 and you put them on a 3-way with me, we're going to teach them the same thing, but we're going to do that to 4 people. And what do you think those 4 people are going to ask you, Mike? The first thing they ask you is, what do you do? How do we do it? Well, this is what my mentor, my sponsor, showed me how to do it, and I'm duplicating that. And the reason I'm doing that is because he's done a lot in 30 years in this industry, and I know he knows what he's doing. And I'm kind of been in and out of the industry, so I want to do it his way, because I want residual income for the rest of my life. And when you use those terms, it puts people in a comfort zone that they feel comfortable. And then if we have to get all 4 or 6 or 8, depending on how many he has right away, on a Zoom, we put them on a Zoom and we show them the duplication effect on one product. We don't go into the sampler and the lead, even though we're asking them to duplicate what we're doing, but we're giving them the basics to show them what can be made on one product. And that blows them away, because most people, it's like when I owned my car dealership for 20 years, if I had 10 cars on the lot, I couldn't sell 100 each month. The numbers don't make sense. But if I had 200 cars on the lot, I could sell 100 and replenish as we went along. So I tell people the same thing. If you get 4 people and we help them get 4 people and it turns to 16, we've simplified this. Now, some people will get 10, some will get 2, but it's okay. And we use the base 1 product as an example of what you can make on a side hustle, okay? Sometimes I don't like to use side hustle, because I don't like the word hustle, because we're not hustling people. But this industry is known as a side gig or a side hustle. Now, the people that go in full time and really build this, that don't dip their toe or call it a part-time job, those are the people that are 7-figure income earners, because they don't do it like a part-time job. So when we start to duplicate 4, getting 4, you see what the numbers do. They don't lie. If you did that every single month and everybody believed you and believed in the process, you'd have 16,000 people in your business in 6 months or a year, all on one product. That's a $22,000 a month residual income. Now, LifeWise doesn't make any income claims. We can't. You can't either. This is all up to every individual, what they put into it. So if Joe Schmo is making $3,000 a month, he can't go on the internet and say he's making $3,000 a month. But if he's sitting with his buddy in a Dunkin' Donuts, he can say, hey, I'm making some great income. This is what I'm averaging, but that's not what the industry is about. The industry can't make those claims because when we start talking about money, it gets really fickle out there and everybody wants to, prove it. And then you have to have income disclosures for all that stuff. So what we really want to tell them is we can make some extra income. We can earn extra income. We can build residual income to change the generations of our lives. We can do it generationally. My kids can receive that when I'm gone. Their kids can receive it when they're gone. That's a legacy company. Like some of the big companies that have been out there for 60, 70, 80 years, they're legacy companies because they abide by the rules. And that's what we're trying to do. So when we talk about the power of four, we don't want to make income claims, but we want to show this can happen if you do this the right way and you do it honorably and you do it with, no lies and no fake it till you make it. Because companies have been shut down because you got people that go out there and say, oh, I made $20,000 last month and they didn't, because they're trying to impress people. You know what I'm saying? So just do the right thing and it flows. And I love the power of four because it's for the simpleton. It's not for the guy that's got to go out and get 40 people. Now, God bless the gal or guy that can get 40 in their front line, because that's a serious builder. And that's a big time builder, because you only need 4 out of those 40 to build a business. And you can see what happens in the ranks. You can rise very quickly. And especially on our pay plan, because it's dollars, not points, you can rise really quick. These ranks jump fast when you start earning income with us. So,
Woo, yes, they do.
exactly. That's what's
Yeah.
exciting. And that's what we want to keep, that culture. So, as master partner, it's awesome. I get to talk to a lot of people every day. As vice president, I have to put on a different hat. I have to be sometimes the mean guy, and I don't want to be. But when you're a corporate officer of the company, there's certain things that we have to keep control of, and we don't want to lose this. That's the key, is what I'm saying. We don't want to lose the whole company over a couple people or somebody making some crazy claim, whether it's medical or income. So that's what we're really protecting, is the culture, and everybody's doing an awesome job. I mean, Tanya's incredible. In my 30 years, I've seen a handful of people that can do what she's done. And some of the other whales she's talking about that are coming, they're insane also. And I know they're going to be culture keepers. They're going to protect the house. We joke about Under Armour, protect this house. That's what we're protecting. We're protecting something that has never been done in this industry. Remember that. Nobody's dollar for
Absolutely.
dollar. Nobody pays up front like we pay, and we do it for a reason. We're trying to separate ourselves from all that hogwash that's been in the industry for 30, 40, 50 years. We're trying to do it the way that people understand it. So when people say, oh, is it another one of those things? No, it's not. It's a special thing. It's really special. And you got to be part of it and see it to believe it. So with that being said, the 222 and the power of four, awesome. What Tanya's teaching is absolutely a necessity, because if you don't reach out and you don't open your mouth, you don't have a business. I always told that to my salespeople that when I own my car dealership, if you don't greet them, you have no chance, because they're not going to buy a car without talking to anybody. It's never happened in the industry. Now, when the internet came along, changed a little bit, but you still had to converse with people. We're no different. We are just servant leaders that want to help people succeed in this industry. We want to succeed through health, through our products. And again, our products are, to me, the best I've ever seen. What they've done for my life and my family's life is incredible. And the testimonies are off the chart. So with that.
Well, and I just got to tell you, everything you just said, especially about, the power of four and what that looks like, one product, and our QV or our PV requirement being 35 has never been seen before in this industry,
Right.
that allows for the least of these to participate. Even our veterans and our disabled, those individuals, our first responders, that can participate for $26. And I think that when you realize that people don't buy just one product here, I don't know how many of you have seen that just constantly, I'm seeing more people pop up buying, because they're going back and getting more and going back and getting more. So that's pretty awesome to look at those kind of numbers and see the potential, especially when we get paid what we get paid here. As our team right now, we have some big things happening. It's been so exciting to be able to watch this explode over the last 3 weeks. And we do want to stay vigilant. We do want to clean house when it comes to, if there's something that pops up. I've cleaned my own house. you know, I get loud. Everyone knows that happens with me, especially when there's justice involved. But I've been cleaning house. I've been making sure I'm doing things right just for everybody else. So you guys, whenever we have someone that approaches us with something like that, let's just fix it so that we don't have to deal with it. It's not a big deal. We'll put our ego aside for the betterment of the company and our purpose. I don't want to lose this. You all know I'm not going anywhere but up with this. And this is my last stop. I will never do this again. And I am beside myself at peace and thrilled to be a part of something so beautiful. I really wish I would have thought of it myself because he's done it right on every single front. I still can't find something I hate. Has anybody found anything they hate yet? I can't find it. It's not there. My radiance, look at me. Hello. Like it's taken age spots off my face in 10 days. What is the deal? Anyway, all right.
Thing, Tanya, is that our culture is patrolling itself, which is nice.
Yes.
We're not ratting each other out. That's not what it's about.
No.
People don't want to lose what they have. They've got a family at LifeWise that they don't want to see go bye-bye. So when somebody calls us, it's not ratting anybody out. They're just saying, hey, is this okay? We don't want to get in trouble. And that's the cool thing, is that there's no teams, there's no separation. Nobody's saying that team's doing this and that team's doing that. Why can't we do that? I went through that in past companies. I have no interest of doing that. When we come all together at a big event, the last thing I want is somebody to say, well, I can't go talk to Tanya because she's not part of my team. She won't let me. No, that's a bunch of bull. We are hope brokers.
One team.
LifeWise, right, one team. So we have that patrol, which is awesome. And I love it when people say, hey, you know, this person posted, is it okay? And then that's great. It brings it to our attention because we can't monitor everything. It's impossible. The amount of calls between Rob, Tracy, and myself get on a daily basis is mind-boggling. And James. I mean, James gets called all the time. So, you know, we call Mike and Melinda at corporate because they're awesome at what they do there. But we get inundated every day. And I tell you, if I had spent half the time on social media that I'm supposed to, I would have no life at home monitoring what everybody's doing. So I can just tell you, we all monitor it in our own way, you know, the corporate team. And then of course, everybody out there looks at all the social media. And that's what makes this awesome, is that they don't rat people out or they don't complain. They just want to make sure we're all safe. That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
let's just move forward with that. If you guys have any additional questions on anything that we've taught here or addressed here, I think this is a great place for people to start with training. I will always set an example when it comes to every day. I make my posts. You're welcome to use them and copy them. That's what they're there for. That's why I make them, so that you have something that you can work with and post for yourself. But if you'll do these daily steps, and the 222444 is the plan, we are good. Like that's it. This is just gonna continue to explode like it has the last 3 weeks. So I appreciate you guys. Hey, Greg, Sylvia, thank you so much. James, I saw you on here too. Thanks for popping in. And please get this out to your team so that they can have it if you don't mind. I've got to go because I've got to get a heavy hitter on the phone with Rob in 3 minutes.
Awesome. Guys, it was a pleasure. Thank you.
You guys.
Have a great night.
Good night.